Good afternoon, class. This is Maslin Frederick. You can call me MandyFresh Frederick. This is my video to my future self. I just would like to say, Dr. Deptula, I really enjoyed your class. This has been one of the most challenging classes that I've been in thus far because you challenge us to think. You challenge us to think critically and to make sure we understand what we're thinking about. Talking to my future class, when I first came to this class, I didn't know what stages. I didn't really understand the different stages when it came to critical thinking, knowing that there's different levels and dimensions to this thing. So when I came to the class after doing my reading in chapter 2, I realized that I was at a stage 3 in my critical thinking. I was at basically a beginner's thinking. I would start, certain things and prioritize certain things and barely make it through, and this class has challenged me. It's not just enough to think. It's not just enough to just think and then not be consistent. So starting this semester, I started at stage 3. I would think about things to improve, but I wasn't consistent. So this chapter has challenged me to be consistent, especially as a manager. I desire to run a Fortune 500 nonprofit organization one day, and basically that's to have an empowerment resource center to our community. And in order to do that as a manager, you have to know how to think. You got to know how to process what you're thinking. So to my future self, I'm going to better implement the process and different stages of thinking. When I first started this semester, I started off in stage 3. I can honestly state right now, currently as we speak, I'm at a stage 5 where I learn to advance in accordance to my process, meaning when I set certain goals to go ahead and do it. And I'm just pacing myself to continue to be consistent in everything that I do. So as managers, you have to be consistent. So to my future self, consistency is the key to every open door. And that's what I've learned in this class. Like I said before, I wasn't always the best thinker. However, I'm integrating some strategies to help me think better. And that's basically redefining how I see certain things, and not only that, not to take it personal. So as a manager, you can't take things personal. So to my future self, you cannot take things personal being in a manager role, because you understand it is no longer about you, but it is about your team. This basically, as stated before, it is no longer about you. It is about your team. Another thing I would like to say that I learned in Dr. Deptula Class, we're going to talk about the 7 transformations of leadership. And I want to tap into the action logic leadership when I came into the class. I can honestly say when I first started the class, I started at my action logic that I operated in, I can honestly say was at an expert level. I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I do hair and makeup by profession. Not only that, I run a nonprofit organization called Discover the Beauty Woman Empowerment. When I started in 2014, I started at, an expert level because, I do the hair, the makeup. So my business started off from that dimension, from what I understood. As we speak now, my business has birthed out my organization that's called Discover the Beauty Women Empowerment. And taking this class has allowed me to realize that I cannot run my organization from an expert level. So to my future self, I am developing, strategizing, doing inward works within me to transform the way I work, because now I have a team. And since taking this class 8 weeks ago, I started at the expert level. I can honestly say now I transcend from expert to achiever, and we're working the strategist in. So at the achievers level, we've implemented certain goals and we've executed. Not only that, we've delegated certain tasks where I don't have to do everything, because when I first came to the class, when you're an expert, you feel like you have to do everything or everything. But How many of us know when you're running an organization or a company with a team of people, you can't operate your organization from an expert level. So you have to transcend at some point in time. So my goal, futuristic wise, is to be a strategist, alchemist, to run my organization, not just based on what I know, but to delegate tasks and responsibilities to my team. Not only that, that's how we're going to be effective in the community, because it's not a one-man show. So as a leader coming into this class, I understand that I could no longer stay at an expert level. So I am working for my future self to be an alchemist in the future, so I can affect change in my community. The next thing I wanted to talk about, I wanted to go into a little bit about personal branding, my business branding and personal branding. When I first started this class, again, I started at a level where it was about me, because when you're working for yourself as a sole proprietor, before you have a team, it's based on your expert. And then even when I acquire a team, I could no longer work like that. So my personal branding, there's some things I want to change, and what I want to be known for is I want to be known for as a person that is optimistic and very persistent. I don't take no for an answer. This is my personal branding. I want to be known for somebody who's very productive and sociable. Not only that, I believe in you being a people person. You have to be a people person. There's no way that you can say you're in business and you're not a people person. Another way that I want to be known for, I want to be known for being charismatic, but I'm committed. So these are my personal attributes. Not only that, I want to be known for being humble, somebody who's down to earth, somebody that is relatable. These are personal branding attributes that I want to be known by. Not only that, when it comes to my business brand, the way I want to run the culture of my business, which is the organization, I want to run it as a strategist organization, an organization that comes up with strategies, that is able to implement strategies to affect changes in the community. So that is to my future self, to continue to shift the culture of the organization, not just to operate from an expert point of view, but continue to push to shift the culture to a strategist. Because being a strategist, you're able to delegate tasks, you're able to delegate responsibilities. Not only that, you have to trust your subordinate and those that come upon your team to help work with you. So to my future self, continue to grow and groom the culture of the organization to a strategist organization, because it is not a one-man show. The next thing I wanted to talk about is self-leadership. I understand, we had certain articles that we had to read about self-leadership. And one thing I wanted to know, let you know, basically as a manager or even somebody that runs different organization, it is very important that you implement different strategies that help you. For me, what I was looking at was the behavioral focus strategy, where I aim to increase my self-awareness, to be aware of those that are around me, to be aware of my team, to be aware of what's going on in the organization. Not only that, setting manageable goals. Setting goals that are manageable. Setting goals that are obtainable and reachable for the team. I believe in self-constructive criticism, not more so punishment, but you can criticize yourself, but after you finish criticizing yourself, come up with a solution. So that's one thing that I'm going to be implementing in the self-leadership portion. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, Dr. Deptula talked about, in his video when he was talking about mentors, to develop a network of different mentors and how you plan to groom yourself for the future. I've been, honestly, when I first started this class, I didn't come in with mentors really. I had inspirational mentors, but not more so a mentor that pour into me to help me get to the next level of my career, but more so people that inspire me, that encourage me, like my fiance, my friends, people that I look out to. But to say that I have a personal mentor. I don't have that. So I'm going to be implementing in my development network to adapt 2 to 3 mentors that will help me with my career function and psychological function. I understand, when it comes to your career function, you need mentors that is able to open doors for you to get you to the next level. So to my future self, don't be scared to open up to different experiences, especially when it comes to people. Don't be fearful. It's okay. You can't do this by yourself. So you need, inspiration. You need the help of others and those that already went before you. So it is okay to accept help. Coming into this class, I did not know how to accept help. I'm not saying that I was prideful, but I was fearful because, being somebody that got hurt in the past, you tend to be a little fearful of trusting people with your life or your career. So Dr. Deptula, in this class, it allowed me to build enough courage to ask for help. No person is an island by themselves. So to my future self, be not afraid to ask for help, because this isn't a help that you're going to be able to get to the next level. Not only that, I'm building my network. I'm expanding my network, reaching out to different people that will encourage me, inspire me, not being afraid to reach out to ask for help. So that is what I'm currently working on. So my future self, I will have a network of 10 people that I get inspired by. Not only that. So we have come to basically the end of this video, and I wanted to just touch on the career path and direction that I want to be within the next 5 years. My desire is to have an empowerment center that basically affect change, that is a resource to the people in the community where they can come in, get on the job training. Not only that, build, self-awareness, mental stability. So that is my desire. So to my future self, continue to thrive, continue to build, continue to expand your reach. 5 years from now, I want to have different grants, for the community. So I'm reaching and preparing my organization by getting a grant writer. Not only getting a grant writer, doing my business summary, getting my mission and vision statement together, my financial forecast on what I will need to run the business. So these are different career goals and things that are in the work that I'm working on right now. Not only that, connecting with different people that have already gone before me. So this is what I'm doing right now. And not only that, I'm doing inward development. Okay? You have to develop yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. So as managers and leaders, development is a continuation. Okay, even after we finish this MBA class, and I'm so thankful for Dr. Deptula, who challenges us every day to pursue greatness and pursue development. Starting off this class, as I was saying earlier in the video, my perspective was a little skewed. My perspective wasn't widened. Not only that, Dr. Deptula challenges you, to be great, because we're gonna be running companies and being managers and CEOs one day. So 5 years from now, when I look at me from 5 years up the road, I would have already established my resource center. Not only that, I will be the CEO running it with a team of people that is affecting change. How I plan on get there, I will go on a continued journey and process of growth. And that is self-development, being aware of myself, being aware of my team, taking on different, skill set and characteristics of manager. And I am no longer a contributor. When you operate from a contributor level, you do things to stand out. This was the articles that we were reading. You do things to stand out. You do things to get the attention of your leader. But once you have ascended to a management position, you can no longer operate from a contributor standpoint. So to my future self, as you manage the people, it is no longer about you, but it is about the team and the people under you being successful. Not only that, finding gratification by pushing other people to be successful, even if they surpass you. You've done your job. So that is my video. I thank you for being patient with me. I believe my video is a little bit longer than normal, but I thank you for being patient with me, and I really enjoyed this class.